And I remember I got on that thing and I could just feel the wind, and I was like, holy moly. Yeah.
I fear for you at this point.
Oh yeah. No, I was like in heaven. And I couldn't keep my hand out of it. Like my
It's
hand
so
weighed like
hard at that
75
age.
pounds. Hi, my name's Mike Cimarelli, and I'm from California, and I've been riding since 1996.
Oh man. So where'd you go from there? What led you out to street bikes?
I had a friend who let me borrow one. This is the first time I'd ever ridden on the street. And he was like looking for money, so he's like, "Yo, you can borrow my bike for a day for $100."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Okay." And so I rented it from him.
Yeah.
I think I gave him $80. And so this is my first street bike now experience. It was a '03 GSXR 1000.
Jeez.
And I was wearing like a polo and gym shorts.
Wow.
And I remember I got on that thing and I could just feel the wind, and I was like, holy moly.
Different animal.
It was a completely different animal.
I fear for you at this point.
Oh yeah. No, I was like in heaven.
Did your parents know about that?
No.
Yeah,
and I was
of
like
course not.
living at home, like obviously,
Yeah.
I was like 17 or something.
Yeah.
When I jumped on this thing, the funny thing was I was so excited. I had to do it. I booked it or whatever, I made the exchange, and then I realized, oh, I'm supposed to go to this play with my parents, and my car is over there, and I have the bike. Sorry, Mom. Sort of. This was fun. So I rode the bike to the play and put the helmet in the bushes, and then like just went in like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then I like, all right, see you later, and went out to the
Bush.
parking lot,
Yeah.
in the bush, grabbed the helmet and
Yeah.
like went to town. And dude, I drove that thing all over Sacramento and the city. There's this place called Sunrise Boulevard where everybody races. My friend Cameron had a 636 Ninja, and we were just like playing. And like it's not that much different, in your mind than a dirt bike. It's the same kind of shifting. There's just another gear. I think it was a 6-speed and I had a 5-speed on the dirt bike. So, yeah, I remember I raced on it.
I was going to ask you.
Oh, yeah, I raced a bunch of people. I raced a twin turbo 350Z and beat it, but not by a lot. But it was a legit drag race, right at the light. And I was like, I was so used to drag racing dirt bikes in the dirt.
Okay.
I was like, I used to, if you ever looked at Hangtown Classic, which is a famous it's an AMA race.
Okay.
But it's a motocross series up there. And it's probably on the AMA motocross tour. Anyway, I used to go to that every year. I used to ride that track. And up there at Hangtown, it's called Prairie City, they have a drag strip for dirt bikes.
For dirt bikes.
It's a dirt drag strip, and
That's
it's
neat.
just a big, fat quarter-mile thing. It might not be a full quarter-mile, but in my head, it looks like a quarter-mile.
Yeah.
And we used to just go up there and race, and I learned how to hook up on the dirt. I would like jump back on the tire to get that quick.
Set the traction.
And then also not pull the front end all the way up. And so I did.
I'm over here in my head, like trying to work the bike myself. I'm like hearing you say it. I'm like,
well, it would be probably like trying to launch that at the weight that I am now.
Yeah.
On the first day riding it.
Right. That's the caveat here. This is your first and only day on this bike.
Right. And so if you think 10 pounds is like 1 horsepower, right? So I'm 70 pounds more. I was like 150 then. So it would be like if I'm on and that's not quite transferable to a bike, but like apparently that's what it feels like. And someone comment if those numbers are off. I've always heard that 10 pounds of weight is equivalent to about a horsepower when you're subtracting.
I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, I could be way off, but like this is something I heard. I didn't have Chat GPT back then.
Well, power to weight ratio is the thing of it all. How much power do you have and how much weight do you have to push? And so if you can bring that weight down you inevitably
Oh,
gain
yeah.
more power to weight.
Right.
And how much of that translate, and I really think it has to do with your overall weight. So in a car, you're probably looking at like every 20 pounds per horsepower versus a bike might be like 10 because
And I think it's 10 pounds per one in a car. So in a
Okay.
bike, it might be like different.
right.
But regardless, that Suzuki moved.
Yeah, I bet.
And it wasn't stock. It had a Two Brothers exhaust and a Power Commander. So
was it?
it was like an
What
early.
was it?
I think it was
Power
called
Commander, so it was injected.
I think it was called a Power Puck.
Okay.
I think that was what it was. A Power Puck. It was underneath there, and it said Power Vision,
Yeah.
and it was round.
And it gave more performance.
It did something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Cameron and me and this Nissan hooked up, and this was like a 2-mile straightaway on Sunrise Boulevard.
Jeez.
And there's cops everywhere.
Yeah.
And we just like launched right there. And man, I don't really remember that much other than like the street lines, like, blurring together.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember if you won or not?
Oh, I won.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you said you took the car.
I
Just
took
a
the
little
car.
bit. Just a little bit.
I took the car, and I thought I was going to smoke him
Mm-hmm.
because I had raced like an STI before that, and I like whooped it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But that 350Z was fast, man.
Yeah.
And it had like, you could see the turbos too. It was like pretty cool.
Look, yeah.
So yeah, he had them like cut out of the hood a little bit just to show you what he's got.
Right, yeah. They're too big to fit, so
So I'm gonna cut the hood out.
Yeah, I mean,
Instead of
I'm sure it looks awesome,
it looked pretty cool. It looked
Yeah.
also like rain is gonna destroy
Oh,
that engine.
right. We call that natural cooling.
Right, man. I have an old truck, actually. I didn't drive here, that I love, and it has a hood scoop.
Mhm.
And
An active hood scoop.
an actual old school cowl hood with the nostrils in it, and rain just flies in there. And
Makes
the
a mess.
engine gets dirty,
Yeah.
and leaves get in there, and dust gets in there. I kind of wonder like why I haven't blocked it off.
Yeah.
Or I want to invent something that's like it's kind of like what you have on that bike, actually. The intake has like a little downspout where the water leaks out. So it's at least the stock one does. But
Yeah.
who has a stock intake? But
Right.
the stock intake has the air can come in with water, and the water comes down.
Right.
The air continues,
Mhm.
which is smart. Engines don't like water.
Right.
Yeah.
They can handle it a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my first street bike.
So you had to take the bike
experience.
back. That wasn't your bike, right?
Oh yeah. This was totally his fault. But I took it back with like no clutch. And there's no way I could have burnt the clutch because I've been riding. I mean, I did wear the clutch when I was racing it, but there's no way I burnt out an entire clutch.
Yeah. Not in one day.
But it literally was like,
Wouldn't grab.
I mean, it would
Wouldn't engage.
barely move.
Just enough to
It was enough to
limp
like
it.
limp it home at 30 miles an hour. And it started going out on the way to his house. So he was just,
Perfect. Best time for it. Like,
he was pissed, man.
well, clutch backs aren't too bad,
Well, if you didn't,
but you don't know.
he's from the Bay Area. He was a city boy.
Oh, okay.
He was like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
So you
sorry.
got your first taste.
Yeah,
Did you end up getting yourself a street bike?
just like that one.
Just like that one.
And I had to keep it at a buddy's house.
Oh,
Yep, it was like that. You know the red, white, and blue GSXR colors from back
yeah.
in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I remember seeing those, the early Gixxers, early
Yeah.
2000s.
So I went, yeah, and that was, it's funny. I didn't realize there's a whole culture that makes fun of GSXR riders.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
They-
yeah.
They're like the Mustang people.
Yep. Well,
But, like-
what you told me about your first ride on a Gixxer,
Yeah.
the first thought I had was Gixxer bro. Like, this guy
for
is
sure.
the poster child for a Gixxer.
But let me ask an honest question. If you're going to buy any sort of rocket, let's call it, right? that is a different level. But if you're going to buy a 600 or a GSXR 750, which is also known as one of the best bikes ever made, that's one of my all-time favorite bikes is the GSXR 750. If you're going to buy one, what makes you more elite if you ride a CBR 1000 versus a ZX10 versus a GSXR 1000? Like, they're all from Japan.
Literally
they look very similar
nothing.
going 100 miles an hour not if you're trained, but like to the onlooker, they all look exactly the same.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Perception, something
Headlight?
to laugh at. Because there's guys that ride every sort of bike you can think of that do the same ridiculous nonsense that the GSXR bro does, and it's just pinned on the GSXR guys.
Is the GSXR the most popular?
When I started into sport bikes,
Yeah.
people told me, get a GSXR. They're like the Honda for motorcycles because they're so highly sold and they're widely available. Parts are available. They're like, you can get a lot of aftermarket stuff for them. So they and still are very popular.
Right. I also think it's one of the best looking bikes. I love the way they look. I love the headlight. I love the lines. In fact, in 06, they had 1 year in 06 where the GSXR was like a lot faster than the others. 0 to 60, it was like 2.5 seconds or something.
So I like all bikes. I think
same. Anything that's
vast
underneath you is my favorite bike.
of bikes look good to me. There's some that like that one back there, the 790, that I'm like, you look funky. You're a funky looking bike. But for the most part, like, I'm not biased. But Kawasaki had the ZX10 05, 06, and I thought that what they did with the body there was just beautiful.
Oh yeah, the Ninja.
Yeah, the Ninja, right?
Yeah, in fact, there was a time when I was a little kid, I used to call them all Ninja bikes.
Yeah, a lot of that's,
Ninja bikes.
That's not uncommon,
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I want a Ninja bike.
right?
Right, and then I realized I wanted a GSXR bike.
But ninjas ride these.
Yeah, but like
That's how I saw it in my
I almost
head.
bought a what did I have? I almost bought a whole bunch of bikes, but like a 959 RR, a 1000 RR Honda.
Mhm.
What else was I looking at? Yeah, just a couple of those. With the pipes coming out underneath, in the back. Those
Under the tail, the
those
undertail.
are screamers, man.
Yeah.
Screamers.
I thought that was pretty hot too.
Yeah, that's a screaming bike.
So, getting back to your story, I
Yeah.
feel like we kind of got off the tracks there,
Sure.
and that's totally cool. So you got your first bike just like that one, a GSXR.
Yeah, for a short period of
blue and
time.
white.
And,
Okay.
I cut you off.
How long did you?
I had it for like 3 months, and I was just like, I'm gonna crash this thing. And back then, I was like, I don't know how to afford the gear.
Mm,
And what's interesting? It's like I had this like, don't buy that; it's a bad investment going in my head.
mm-hmm.
But realistically, I feel if I would have just make more money so you can buy that, it would have learned to make more money for other things,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been better. Hindsight is so 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sold it quickly. I was just like, I'm gonna get in trouble. And I couldn't keep my hand out of it. Like my
It's
hand
so
weighed like
hard at that
75
age.
pounds.
At that age, it's like, it's like it wants to on its own.
Oh yeah, and I was riding wheelies on it, and like
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
all it's going to take is me to go up a little too high, and I didn't understand like the balance point, so they were all missile wheelies, which is
I
even
see.
worse.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
riding
I
on that.
wasn't trying to find the balance point like on a dirt bike because
Yeah.
a dirt bike doesn't weigh that much. I've got a chest protector. I've got all the pads and everything, and like, yeah, I can fall off into the dirt and like, and then I'm okay.
Right.
But like if I fell off and the car's behind me, like I'm not trying to find that. I didn't even think about the idea of like going to a yard or a warehouse or something. Like
Somewhere.
a lot, like an
Yeah,
industrial lot,
safer.
the lot.
Right. There's always one in town.
Right. But the idea of it did not even cross my mind.
Yeah. It wouldn't have. At that age, I wouldn't have had a clue. Didn't even thought
So
about it.
yeah. Anyway,
So you sold that, and where did you pick back up on motorcycles, or were you still riding dirt bikes too?
always rode dirt bikes.
Okay, cool.
Always had a dirt bike. Always rode dirt bikes. Always was borrowing.